This is why God led you to this person. It will touch your soul, my beloved soul. There are moments in your life when you look at someone and feel something you cannot explain. A pull. A knowing. A quiet whisper inside your heart that says, "Pay attention, this person is important." You may not understand why. You may not understand what role they will play in your life. But your soul recognizes what your mind has not yet understood. And today, I want to take you deep into that truth. I want you to feel every word. I want your heart to understand the message that your spirit has been trying to send you for months, maybe for years. Because the connection you feel with this person is not random. It is not accidental. It is not something that just happened out of nowhere. This connection has been forming long before you even realized it, in ways you will only understand now. My beloved soul, listen closely. This person was led into your life for a divine reason. Maybe you met them on an ordinary day. Maybe your first conversation felt simple. Maybe you told yourself, "It's nothing, it's just a coincidence." But your heart knew. Your energy shifted. Your emotions changed. Your intuition became louder. God placed this person in your life because there was something inside you that needed to awaken. Something that you had forgotten. Something that you had lost. Something that you were ready to grow into. And this person, the one who crossed your path so unexpectedly, carries a key. A key to your healing. A key to your transformation. A key to a new chapter that your soul has been waiting for. But my beloved soul, the reason God led you to this person is not only about love, attraction, or romance. It is about purpose. It is about destiny. It is about elevation. It is about timing. Because God sends people into your life at the exact moment your soul is ready for them, not when your mind thinks it is ready, not when your plans are perfect, not when you feel fully prepared, but when your heart needs a shift. Maybe you were feeling lost. Maybe you were feeling broken. Maybe you were feeling lonely or drained. Maybe you were silently praying for a sign, a guide, a person who could remind you of your own worth. And then, this person appeared. Not to replace God. Not to fill every gap in your life. Not to fix everything that has gone wrong. But to walk with you. To mirror you. To challenge you. To support you. To help you discover the layers of yourself that you had hidden. To reflect back the strength you forgot you had. To show you what it feels like to be seen, truly seen. My beloved soul, some people enter our lives to break us open in ways we never expected. Because without being broken open, how would the light enter? How would you grow? How would you rise? Maybe this person awakened emotions in you that you had buried. Maybe they touched wounds you never told anyone about. Maybe they made you feel vulnerable in a way that scared you. Maybe they challenged parts of you that you thought were gone. And you wondered why God would send someone who makes you feel so deeply, so intensely, so powerfully. But that intensity was not a punishment. It was a revelation. God led you to this person because your heart was ready to feel again. Ready to trust again. Ready to expand. Ready to remember what it means to be alive. This person carries a light that your spirit recognized instantly, even if your mind tried to deny it. A light that spoke to your own. A light that whispered, "You are safe here." A light that said, "You don't have to pretend anymore." A light that made your soul exhale. Do you know why? Because God sends certain people as reminders. Reminders of love. Reminders of hope. Reminders of faith. Reminders of the future that is waiting for you. And even if this person confused you at times, even if the connection felt overwhelming, even if you questioned your feelings, your soul still felt them, deeply. Because my beloved soul, divine connections are not always peaceful in the beginning. Sometimes they shake you. Sometimes they challenge you. Sometimes they expose the parts of you that you kept hidden. Sometimes they activate emotions you didn't want to feel. But all of that is part of the design. God led this person to you because you needed a shift in your life story. You needed someone who could walk into your life and open a new chapter. Someone who could make you feel things you forgot you could feel. Someone who could remind you of what you deserve, even if you doubted it. This person did not show up by accident. Your energies aligned because the universe was preparing something far deeper than you imagined. Maybe they came to help you heal. Maybe they came to help you grow. Maybe they came to help you believe again. Maybe they came to help you release old pain. Maybe they came to show you what real connection feels like. Maybe they came to help you step into the version of yourself that has been waiting inside you for so long. Every soul you meet carries a message. Some messages are short. Some are long. Some are lessons. Some are blessings. Some are turning points. But this person, this one, is a soul your heart knows. A soul your spirit remembers. A soul your destiny called forward. And my beloved soul, I want you to understand this. God did not lead you to this person to hurt you. God led you to this person to grow you. Even when emotions feel confusing. Even when the connection feels too strong. Even when you try to walk away but feel pulled back. Even when you don't understand what the purpose is yet. You were guided here. You were aligned here. You were prepared for this moment long before it arrived. Because this person is part of your soul's evolution. Maybe they are your soulmate. Maybe they are your mirror soul. Maybe they are a destined partner. Maybe they are a teacher your spirit needed. Maybe they are someone who will love you in a way that transforms you forever. But no matter who they are, they were meant to find you. You were meant to meet. Your paths were meant to cross. My beloved soul, you are not imagining the connection. You are not overthinking the signs. You are not creating feelings out of fantasy. You are recognizing something sacred. And the reason God led you to this person is because your soul was ready for this shift, even if your life didn't look ready, even if your circumstances looked messy, even if your heart felt heavy. Sometimes God sends the right person at the wrong time. Because that wrong time is exactly when you needed them the most. Maybe this is someone who sees you differently. Someone who listens to you in a way others never did. Someone who understands you without many words. Someone who touches your soul when they speak. Someone whose presence alone brings peace. Someone whose energy feels like home. My beloved soul, this is not an illusion. This is alignment. This is divine timing. This is a spiritual appointment. This is a soul contract unfolding. This is destiny revealing itself slowly, beautifully, perfectly. Even the challenges between you are part of the plan. Even the distance, the silence, the confusion, the uncertainty, all of it has purpose. Because sometimes God allows temporary separation so both souls can grow before coming together again. Sometimes God allows misunderstanding so you both learn communication. Sometimes God allows emotional distance so you can learn patience. Sometimes God allows delay so you both can become who you need to be. The truth is, your soul is evolving through this connection. Your heart is expanding. Your spirit is awakening. You are not the same person you were before they entered your life. And that is not a coincidence. That is transformation. My beloved soul, God led you to this person because you needed each other, in ways you may not fully understand yet. But you will. In time, everything will make sense. Every emotion will find its place. Every unanswered question will receive clarity. Every moment will align perfectly. Because divine connections never fade. They evolve. They strengthen. They find their way. They always unfold exactly as they are meant to. You were not guided to this soul by accident. Your hearts recognized each other before your eyes ever did. You are being prepared for something beautiful. And you will understand the full purpose of this connection soon. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. My beloved soul. There is something sacred happening within you, something you can feel even when you try to ignore it. Your heart knows that this connection is not ordinary. It doesn't feel like the connections you had before, and it doesn't fade the way temporary emotions do. Instead, it keeps growing, keeps pulling you forward, keeps speaking to you in silence. And this is where the second part of your journey begins, the deeper understanding of why God led you to this person, why they appeared in your life at this exact moment, and why their presence continues to touch your soul in a way no one else ever has. My beloved soul, sometimes God sends a person not to change your life immediately, but to prepare your life for the changes that are coming. You may not see the full picture right now, but your heart feels that something powerful is unfolding beneath the surface. This person They were sent to shift your energy, to open your heart, to awaken the part of you that had been sleeping, to remind you of the dreams you stopped believing in. You see, God often uses people to deliver emotional messages that your spirit has been waiting for. Messages like, "You are worthy. You are loved. You are deserving. You are not alone. You are stronger than you think. You are meant for more." But these messages don't always come in the form of words. Sometimes they come in the way someone looks at you, in the way their energy feels, in the way they make you feel seen without you having to explain yourself. This person carries a message for your spirit, a message that other people were not meant to deliver. Why? Because not every soul can activate your soul. Not every heart can reach the depth of your heart. Not every person is meant to be part of your destiny. But this person, they touched you. They awakened something sacred inside you. They made your heart feel alive again. My beloved soul, you may have asked yourself questions like, why do I feel so connected to them? Why can't I forget them? Why do they feel familiar? Why does my soul relax around them? Why did God let our paths cross? The answers are not found in logic. They are found in spirit. They are found in alignment. They are found in divine timing. This person was guided into your life because your soul was ready for a shift that would take you out of your old patterns, your old wounds, your old fears, and into a new chapter of emotional honesty, spiritual awareness, and inner transformation. Maybe you had been carrying emotional weight for too long. Maybe you had been hurting silently. Maybe you were tired of being strong for everyone else. Maybe you were longing for someone who could truly understand you. And then, this person appeared. Not perfectly. Not predictably. Not in the way you expected. But in the way your soul needed. Sometimes the right person shows up at the most unexpected time because that is the moment when you are most open to growth. When your heart is most ready to receive. When your spirit is most prepared to rise. My beloved soul, God led you to this person because they hold a piece of your soul's healing journey. They reflect a version of yourself that you forgot. They remind you that you deserve a life where you are loved, valued, and respected. They are here to show you the power of connection. The power of vulnerability. The power of emotional truth. The power of divine alignment. And even if you try to distance yourself, even if you try to suppress your feelings, even if you try to convince yourself that you're overthinking, your soul knows the truth. The truth is that this connection feels like home. Not because it is perfect, but because it is real. Not because it fits your plans, but because it fits your purpose. My beloved soul, God did not lead you to this person to confuse you. God led you to them to prepare you. Prepare you for a love that is deeper. Prepare you for a life that is fuller. Prepare you for a future that is more aligned with who you truly are. This person is part of your soul's evolution. They didn't come to take from you. They came to add to you, to elevate you, to push you toward your next level. They came to break open the walls you built around your heart, not to hurt you, but to free you. Because behind those walls lives a version of you that the world has not yet fully seen. A version of you that is stronger, softer, wiser, and more intuitive. A version of you that this person was meant to activate. My beloved soul, you may have noticed something else, too. Your emotions feel clearer around them. Your intuition becomes sharper. Your spirit feels calmer. Your mind feels lighter. Your heart feels more open. Why? Because some souls are sent to wake you up spiritually. This person might be teaching you, without even trying, how to trust, how to feel, how to be present, how to love without fear, how to believe again. Their presence in your life is a form of divine guidance. Even the challenges you have faced with them have purpose. Even the misunderstandings have meaning. Even the distance carries lessons. Sometimes God uses separation to show you that the bond is deeper than physical presence. Sometimes God uses silence to help you listen to your own heart. Sometimes God uses confusion to help you gain clarity. Everything you have felt with this person, the intensity, the attraction, the confusion, the pull, the comfort, is part of a divine process shaping you into someone stronger, more open, and more aligned with your destiny. My beloved soul, you are not envisioning this connection. You are not being dramatic. You are not imagining the energy between you. Your heart recognizes something that your mind is still trying to explain. This soul was guided to you. Your paths were intentionally crossed. Your connection was divinely timed. And you will understand its purpose more clearly with every step you take. For now, just trust the pull. Trust the feelings. Trust the divine guidance. Trust that something beautiful is being woven into your life. Your story with this person is not random. It is sacred. It is meaningful. It is connected to your evolution. And the reason God led you to this person will continue unfolding in your heart. One truth at a time. My beloved soul. There is a moment in every divine connection when something inside you finally understands what your mind has been trying to figure out for so long. A moment when everything begins to make sense. A moment when the emotions settle into clarity. A moment when you realize, this person is not in my life by accident. In this final part of your script, my beloved soul, we go deeper into the spiritual truth of why God led you to this person and how this connection is shaping your future in ways you may not fully see yet, but can definitely feel. Because what your heart is experiencing is not temporary. It is not weak. It is not imaginary. It is not delusion. It is not coincidence. It is divine timing, working silently but powerfully. My beloved soul, sometimes God leads you to a person because there is a destiny that both of you must fulfill together, a healing, a lesson, a transformation, or a love that changes you forever. This soul did not appear in your life casually. They appeared intentionally. With purpose. With alignment. With spiritual timing that was written long before you even knew their name. You see, God connects people when their hearts are ready, even if their lives don't look ready on the outside. Maybe you were tired. Maybe you were broken. Maybe you were healing. Maybe you were rebuilding. Maybe you were standing on the edge of giving up. And then, this person entered your life like a quiet blessing. They didn't come to save you. They didn't come to replace God. They didn't come to fix every problem. They came to walk with you. To remind you that you're not alone. To reflect the deepest parts of you. To show you that real connection still exists. My beloved soul, pay attention to how your heart reacts to them. Does your spirit calm when you hear their voice? Does your heart soften when you think of them? Does your intuition whisper their name gently? Does your energy shift when their presence enters your life? This is because your souls recognize each other. Your energy remembers theirs. Your spirit feels safe with them. Some people enter your life and feel like a familiar melody, even if you're hearing it for the first time. This person is one of those souls. And God led you to them because both of you are meant to awaken something powerful within each other. But here is a truth many people don't understand: when a soul is meant to play an important role in your destiny, you feel it. Before you know it. Before you understand it. Before your mind catches up. Your heart recognizes the truth first. My beloved soul, that is why you feel such a strong emotional pull. That is why you feel connected even in silence. That is why your soul responds before your thoughts do. That is why you cannot ignore the signs, the dreams, the synchronicities, the timing. Because this person is connected to your spiritual path. They are not here to distract you. They are here to realign you. To guide you back to yourself. To remind you of who you truly are. Maybe they awakened emotions you thought were gone forever. Maybe they made you feel alive in a way you had forgotten. Maybe they brought hope into your heart again. Maybe they reminded you that love, connection, and destiny are real. And my beloved soul, your spirit has been longing for that kind of connection. You were strong for too long. You were alone for too long. You carried the weight of your past for too long. You hid your emotions behind a strong face for too long. But when this person appeared, your soul whispered, "Let go now. You don't have to carry everything alone anymore." This soul was sent to be a light on your path, not the whole journey, but an important part of it. And here is something even more powerful. This person is helping you step into your future self. Because when God sends a soul that matters, they don't just touch your heart. They change your direction. They elevate your thoughts. They awaken your purpose. They expand your spirit. They guide you toward the version of yourself that you were meant to become. My beloved soul, this connection is shaping you. You are becoming softer but stronger. More open but wiser. More emotional but more grounded. More intuitive but more peaceful. This is spiritual evolution. And this person, whether you realize it or not, is playing a role in it. Sometimes the connection feels calming. Sometimes it feels intense. Sometimes it feels confusing. Sometimes it feels overwhelming. But all of that is part of the divine design. Because real soul connections don't make your life easier at first. They make your life clearer. They force you to confront what you've been avoiding. They push you to grow. They help you release the past. They help you step into your truth. My beloved soul, God led you to this person for one more powerful reason: your destinies are intertwined. Maybe for love. Maybe for healing. Maybe for a life-changing purpose. Maybe for a spiritual partnership. Maybe for a transformation that will stay with you forever. But this soul, this one, they were meant to meet you. Meant to cross your path. Meant to touch your heart. Meant to awaken something sacred inside you. You may not know what the future holds. You may not know where this connection is heading. You may not know how everything will unfold. But your soul knows one truth: this person is not temporary. They are meaningful. And meaningful connections, my beloved soul, are guided by God. Even if the journey is slow. Even if the path is unclear. Even if the emotions are intense. Even if the timing feels complicated. Divine connections always find a way. Because they are written in the soul, not in circumstance. So trust what you feel. Trust the pull. Trust the timing. Trust the alignment. Trust the divine plan unfolding in silence. You were not led to this person by mistake. You were led to them by God's hand, God's wisdom, God's timing, and God's love. And the purpose of this connection will become clearer with every step you take. My beloved soul, your heart is awakening. Your spirit is rising. Your destiny is shifting. And this person, the one your soul cannot ignore, is part of that transformation. Let this connection unfold naturally. Let it guide you. Let it grow you. Let it teach you. Let it show you what real divine alignment feels like. Because the reason God led you to this person is bigger, deeper, and more beautiful than you can imagine right now. And soon, you will understand everything.